the Indiana Fever have dropped a new workout video with the rookies. I think I saw Jillian Aileen in there too, practicing with Caitlin Clark, and everyone is going crazy.
She could potentially be one of the best point guards to ever play in the WNBA.
I think the vibes are really good, and that's what's really fun about it. Like, you know, obviously we're probably not in the heat of battle yet. I mean, we're out here competing with one another, but at the same time, like, everybody's here supporting one another and having fun and enjoying it. And I think that's what's cool about it.
Well, we've talked in length about the Indiana Fever and what they did in the offseason, but I think they obviously are taking winning and capitalizing off of this Caitlin Clark moment they have going very seriously.
The WNBA just got flipped on its head, and it's all coming out of Indiana. The Fever's training camp didn't just open, it exploded, sending shockwaves through the entire league. Forget quiet practices and slow starts. Viral clips of Caitlin Clark lighting it up.
Caitlin Clark, in that, has become arguably the most influential basketball player in the world, both on the men's and the women's side.
A stacked starting five moving like a championship team, and a bold new campaign telling the whole WNBA, now you know. In just 2 days, the Indiana Fever didn't whisper their arrival. They roared it, and every franchise just got put on notice. From jaw-dropping fast breaks to Clark drilling her signature deep threes to a team chemistry that looks unstoppable, this camp is already rewriting the season before it even begins.
The WNBA saw a boom like we have never seen. We saw Caitlin Clark come into the league. We saw the Caitlin Clark effect. We saw the influx in fans who flooded to the WNBA, and many of those were there for Caitlin Clark.
And if you're a Caitlin Clark fan and want to support her, type 100% in the comments. It only took one scrimmage for the Indiana Fever to flip the WNBA's power rankings upside down. The moment their training camp footage hit social media, it detonated.
And this video already has 120,000 views in just less than a day. So that's how excited people are to see this new Indiana Fever team. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some of the things that stood out to me. And again, I'm not gonna get too excited or down on different things. This is the very first day of training camp. This is the first official scrimmage that these girls have done together. One thing that stood out to me almost immediately, though, is you can see who the projected starters are going to be. So that's DeWanna Bonner, Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, and of course, Caitlin Clark at the point guard.
Over 120,000 views surged in less than a day. Fans, analysts, and even rival players couldn't look away. Why? Because what they saw wasn't just a team getting warmed up. It was a squad that looked ready to dominate right now. First off, the projected starting five left no questions about how serious Indiana is about winning. Caitlin Clark running point, Kelsey Mitchell and DeWanna Bonner spreading the floor, Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston controlling the paint.
So all the rookies are in Indiana. They were at the Pacers game, tossing out shirts with the rest of the team. So hot off the presses, the Indiana Fever have dropped a workout video, which has Bree Hall, it has Yvonne Ejim, and it has Michaela Timpson showing off their stuff with Caitlin Clark.
That's a starting unit with scoring, defense, and veteran leadership baked into every possession. What caught the most attention wasn't just the names on the court. It was how in sync they already looked. The defense, night and day from last season. The Fever were rotating sharply, switching cleanly, and closing gaps with precision. Natasha Howard stood out like a one-woman wrecking crew, blocking shots, grabbing loose balls, and hustling on every play. DeWanna Bonner, even as a veteran, looked like a coach on the floor.
How she felt the team was gelling and how she felt about the addition of DeWanna Bonner. She basically said that when she talks, people listen. And she kind of wants to like win it all for her. Here it is.
DB's been tremendous, and obviously, you know, not only as a leader, she's a tremendous basketball player too. She's won championships. She knows what it is. So when she speaks, everybody listens. So I think that was a piece of the thing we were missing last year. It's like we didn't really have that inside of our locker room. So just really grateful for that, and you know, just the way she talks and she leads, like for me as a second-year point guard. Like, I want to win for her. Like, this is the end of her career. Like, she deserves it.
Directing teammates, pointing out openings, and making smart reads before the ball even moved. Their off-ball movement on both ends screamed of a team that's no longer rebuilding, but reloading. Pace was another story entirely. From the very first whistle, Indiana ran the floor hard, both their first and second units. Every rebound turned into a fast break. Every turnover became an instant scoring chance. Players echoed the same message all week long. They want to play fast and they want to run teams out of the gym. What's different now is they finally have the pieces to do it. And just when fans thought Indiana couldn't flex harder, the franchise dropped its boldest marketing campaign ever.
This is such an opportunity for the league to capitalize on the growth, on the new fans, on the jersey sales, on all of these things now.
Under the tagline, "Now you know," the Fever fired a shot across the bow of the entire league. Their campaign video and merchandise didn't whisper confidence. It roared swagger. From declaring that every game is a home game to flaunting how their away games turn into Fever fan takeovers, Indiana made it crystal clear. They aren't chasing greatness anymore. They're here to claim it. By the end of day 2, one thing was undeniable. Indiana Fever's training camp didn't just impress, it sent shockwaves. Other teams are scrambling to catch up because this isn't the same Fever squad from last year. This is a team that looks like it's ready to control both the scoreboard and the spotlight. If there was one moment that defined why this training camp went viral, it was Caitlin Clark's signature Showtime performance. The clip that exploded across social media showed exactly what fans were hoping for. Clark sprinting the floor on a fast break, pulling up for a deep three in rhythm, drilling it clean, and then crashing into the padded wall in pure Caitlin fashion. It was brash, electric, and instantly iconic. She even laughed about it afterward, joking on Instagram, "Not sure why I celebrated like that." But it didn't matter. The message was clear. Caitlin Clark is not easing into her sophomore season. She's coming in full speed. What made her performance more impressive wasn't just the highlights. It was the control. Clark handled the offense like a seasoned veteran. Her decision-making looked sharper, her court vision even crisper, and her confidence off the charts. In scrimmage after scrimmage, Clark orchestrated the offense flawlessly, running high pick and rolls, setting up teammates like Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston, and even lobbing perfect passes to rookie Michaela Timpson to test her catch radius. She wasn't just playing her game, she was elevating everyone around her. In her interview ahead of day 2, Clark revealed why. She spent the offseason laser-focused on one thing: getting stronger.
Yeah, I mean, that was like my biggest focus in the offseason, is just trying to get stronger and really working on that. And really thankful for Sarah, our strength and conditioning coach, like put in a lot of time with me, and we were in here consistently. Like, I think that was the biggest thing for myself, is just having that consistency to be able to work on it for 6 months or whatever it was. So I certainly feel a lot stronger, and, you know, I'm a pretty self-aware person. I knew that was going to be a huge part of it, and, you know, it's going to help me offensively, it's going to help me defensively, it's going to help me not get as tired throughout games. So yeah, definitely one of the focus points of my off season is just getting stronger, and, you know, even through these 2 practices, like I can certainly feel it.
She credited Indiana's strength and conditioning coach for helping her build muscle and endurance that she didn't have as a rookie. Clark said bluntly, "I certainly feel a lot stronger. It's going to help me offensively, defensively, and help me not get as tired throughout games." That's crucial because last season, the grind of jumping straight from college to the pros wore her down. Now she's conditioned, rested, and equipped to go the distance. Beyond her physical growth, Clark showed maturity as a leader. She talked about building relationships with her new teammates and emphasized how important communication and chemistry are to make this stacked roster work. She made it clear, this isn't about egos or individual glory. The mission is collective dominance. And with veterans like DeWanna Bonner by her side, someone she called a selfless leader, Clark looks primed to take her game and her team to another level. Analysts and fans are already buzzing about what this means. A stronger, smarter, and more comfortable Caitlin Clark is a nightmare matchup for every other team. Last year, she shocked the league with 25-point games as a rookie still figuring it out. This year, with her improved body and deeper understanding of the league's speed and physicality, double-doubles and 30-point outings might just become the norm. By the end of camp's opening stretch, it was obvious. The Indiana Fever are stacked, but it all still runs through Caitlin Clark. Her skill set, her leadership, and her star power are why Indiana has gone from a scrappy underdog to the team that could control the league's spotlight all season long.
Indiana Fever last season were a team that just went to work, didn't say much, just let their on-court play speak for itself. Like, they were at the center of all of the drama within the WNBA. Like, everybody was coming after the Indiana Fever and coming after their fans, and they really just didn't say a word. They kind of just stayed focused, went to work, didn't let the outside noise get to them. And then here we have today, basically clapping back at all of that and proving that they know that they are the moment, they are the Showtime team, they are the biggest team currently in the WNBA.
If Caitlin Clark was the spark, the Fever's rookies are the gasoline that's about to ignite this team's future. While the veterans dominated early headlines, it was clear from the scrimmages and workouts that Indiana's new additions aren't here just to fill roster spots. They're here to make an immediate impact. And leading that rookie charge is Michaela Timpson, whose name is already ringing across Fever fan circles.
My takeaway, I don't see Michaela Timpson not making the cut. And her wingspan, it's 6'10", by the way. It's on display. Let's watch it though. All right, Michaela Timpson talking to Aaliyah. There's Yvonne Ejim, Bree Hall. Ooh, nice pass. Looked good. Yvonne, that was good. I like that from Bree. Okay, that was a little bit of a slow release. Oh, see, that was good. Oh, that was a really nice jumper. Okay, Bree doing a layup. Bree's getting another layup. Okay, this lob pass right here. Let's just go over that again. Okay, remember, Michaela Timpson has a 6'10" wingspan. But if she had a 6'9" wingspan, would she have been able to get that?
At 6 feet 3 inches with a 6 feet 10 inches wingspan, Timpson is the definition of a draft steal. Originally projected to go much later, her flashes in training camp have fans calling her a future star. Clips of her catching lobs from Caitlin Clark, rising effortlessly above defenders, and showcasing her long-range reach instantly set social media ablaze. One fan even wrote, "Michaela Timpson Rookie of the Year agenda starts now." Her ability to stretch the floor, guard multiple positions, and finish around the rim adds an entirely new dimension to Indiana's attack, something they lacked last season. But it wasn't just Timpson turning heads. Bree Hall and Yvonne Ejim showcased their sharp shooting, clean footwork, and high basketball IQ in the Fever's workout sessions. Hall's silky mid-range jumper and Ejim's confident shot-making proved that Indiana's depth is deeper than people expected. Even if all three rookies don't crack the opening day rotation, the competition and energy they're bringing in camp is pushing the entire roster to level up. These aren't rookies playing catch-up. They're forcing their way into the conversation.
Caitlin is already testing the limits of Michaela's catch radius, laugh, LMFAO, Lob City, here we come. Everybody is like commenting on her wingspan, I'm telling you, and there's a good reason to. That was the first thing that I noticed watching this workout. Now, a lot of people are commenting on the fact that they have signed rookie scale contracts, and that is not surprising. They can be signed to the Indiana Fever but not make the team or not make the cut, or they can be like released. I think that this just ensures that the Indiana Fever can sign them, and the Indiana Fever can like either stash them away overseas, have them come back later, maybe if they want them to get a little more experience, or they can sign them to the injury list. I don't know if that's like, you know, like a loophole, but I think that that's one way that they can bring two people on instead of just the one that they can afford right now.
And while the rookies shined on the court, Indiana's front office made it clear off the court that this isn't just a team, it's a movement. The Fever unleashed their Now You Know marketing campaign with the kind of swagger that would make even NBA teams jealous. From the hype video boldly declaring, "We're not here for the moment, we're here for the takeover," to the team store dropping merch stamped with every game as a home game, Indiana is leaning fully into its role as the WNBA's headline act. This isn't empty bravado either. With 41 of 44 games nationally televised, the Fever have more exposure than any other team in the league. Every night, millions of eyes will be watching. Not just Clark, but every rookie, every veteran, every possession. And here's the kicker. Every team that plays Indiana benefits from that exposure too. The Fever aren't just building a contender, they're elevating the entire WNBA. There's also a strategic advantage this year. Last season, Indiana faced one of the toughest early schedules in league history, with 11 games in 20 days, brutal back-to-backs, and a gauntlet of road trips. This season, it's flipped.
Everything is just absolutely new. It feels really good. It feels fresh. It's kind of like when you take your clothes out the dryer, kind of like fresh. It feels different. It feels good because we have new leadership, we got new players, we got vet leadership, so I think all that combined just makes for a good atmosphere right now. It feels good.
How does that help you guys elevate even more for the players who are returning?
It makes it easier. I remember this time last year, it didn't feel good. So we had to get that in order first, for people to start playing well. It's like the domino effect. But I think once your culture is kind of established, how you guys see it now, I think it makes everything else way easier. I don't know if that makes sense, but way easier.
The Fever have a friendlier start with more home games and no early back-to-backs, giving their stacked roster time to gel, build chemistry, and rack up early wins. Bottom line, Indiana isn't just talented, they're prepared, motivated, and perfectly positioned to launch a historic season. With a superstar in Clark, veterans hungry for a title, and rookies ready to shock the league, this is no longer a rebuilding franchise. This is the WNBA's most dangerous team, and everyone, from rival players to opposing fan bases, now knows it. So here's the reality. What just happened at Indiana Fever training camp isn't a fluke, and it's not just preseason hype. It's the start of a takeover. From Caitlin Clark's electric plays and leadership, to the veterans locking in like a championship squad, to rookies like Michaela Timpson already building highlight reels of their own, this team is built to dominate now and scare the league for years to come. The scrimmage clips, the bold marketing campaign, the national TV spotlight. It all points to one thing. Indiana Fever didn't just show up this season, they've arrived to own it. If the rest of the league thought last year's Fever buzz was loud, they haven't heard anything yet. This isn't just basketball anymore. It's the Caitlin Clark show. It's a Fever dynasty in the making, and the entire WNBA is officially on notice. And if you're a Caitlin Clark fan and want to support her, don't forget, type 100% in the comments. We'll be watching all season long.